trial pitting the U.S. government against tech giant Google began today. It's the Justice Department's biggest antitrust case against a tech company in more than 20 years. A lot has changed since then. The DOJ in 14 states accused the company of illegally monopolizing web searching by making deals with phone makers to be the dominant search engine on their devices. Google strongly denies that accusation. For more, let's bring in CBS News senior business and technology correspondent Jo Ling Kent. Jo Ling, it's so good to have you, and welcome. Very, very exciting to see you on CBS News today. What is the basis of the government's arguments here?
The allegation from the Justice Department and more than a dozen states across the country is that Google is abusing its power. And today, in its opening statements, they made exactly that case, basically saying that Google illegally maintained a monopoly for more than a decade. Now, why it matters to you? Well, this has a lot to do with your mobile device. If you have an iPhone, for example, or a Samsung device, Google has attempted to maintain a monopoly, according to DOJ, to have the default setting on your iPhone in your search browser, basically in your browser, so you can do a search, but it automatically starts with Google. And the idea here is that is monopolistic behavior. And of course, this is the biggest antitrust trial that we've seen in 25 years since Microsoft was taken to federal court as well 25 years ago. And what we're seeing now, though, is even though we're in an entirely different internet era, the question of influence and how much presence an internet company has in your life is really the crux of the argument here. What Google did to maintain dominance, and also what it can do in the future, and how the smaller competitors, according to DOJ, are unable to compete. Of course, Google responding very vehemently, denying any wrongdoing, saying that they have established their dominance because they are a competitive and excellent product. And that is what they are putting before a judge. And we expect to hear from that judge. There's no jury here, and this trial is expected to last about 10 weeks, Lilia.
I mean, it's hard to, once you're used to using Google, once Google appears on your phone and you search something, it's hard to think about, oh, I'm going to go to Bing or I'm going to go to something else. It's second nature if it already appears on your phone. So talk to us a little bit just about how Google is defending itself. What are some of those arguments that we should plan on hearing from Google?
Well, I interviewed the chief legal officer, Kent Walker, at Google here in Washington, D.C. yesterday. And he said, look, it's the default, yes, because they paid for that. But there are plenty of competitors out there. And if you want to switch, it's about 4 taps to switch it to DuckDuckGo or to Bing or something else. And he's saying, though, the argument from their end is even on Microsoft's search on Bing, one of the top, most common searches is how to switch to Google on that Microsoft product. So they're saying that their product is excellent. It's one of many competitors. They say they're competing against Amazon, Expedia, Pinterest, but the Department of Justice is saying, well, no, you are the main player when it comes to general search. And when you look at the complaint filed by DOJ and the states, they allege, and the data does bear out to say, that Google dominates about 90% of search across the country and 95% of that on mobile devices. Lilia?
Just before I let you go, Jo Ling, I mean, all things technology are exponential. How far-reaching could the impacts of this case go?
Well, this trial, this 10-week trial right now, is a trial about liability. Then there's going to be a second trial if Google is found to be at fault for a remedy, and that would be maybe payments of damages, major fees, and possibly restructuring. Now, a lot of the legal scholars out there tell me that is unlikely, but it could just psychologically, when you look at the broader market, really have an impact on how these bigger tech companies do business, regardless if Google wins or loses. Those who are out there trying to make the case for the smaller competitors say that they hope that this will increase the ability for these smaller businesses to compete. So we'll see what happens, Lilia.
Competition, always good. Jo Ling Kent, thank you.